Have you ever wondered why society is pushing gender wars and specifically targeting the melanated community? I'm about to explain why. The main thing people need to understand is that we're the basis of all life and creation. We are reality. So one of the first things they do is to get us to believe that aliens don't exist, when in fact we are the aliens because we belong in heaven. We all know when we die, we go back to heaven, right? But guess what? Our worst fear is dying. Do y'all see how we're in a soul trap? So if we're not in heaven, where are we? Just think about that. Now I want you to imagine if there was an infinite number of sentient beings just like us, but they are hidden all in order to make us feel like we are alone. It's literally the only way we'll end up fighting each other. If we'd known about and seen these beings, we would know our true position as gods over the universe. This fact alone would immediately change all the reckless behavior going on in our community that was created by their AI and TV programming. Now I need y'all to go on my YouTube and watch this video right here. It's extremely censored on all the other platforms, but I go into extreme detail on how they're brainwashing everybody and how they did it in the past also. So let's start from the beginning so you have a better standing on what I'm about to say. Originally in heaven, there is one, the living God, the All-Father, the creator of everything. Then there's man, who is the only image of the living God. Then the Pleiadians and Greys, who are their own species. These are the original and only creations manifested by that living God. Also supposed to be the only entities with a spirit, which is a star. Everything else is creations from that living God manifestations. So God El, who was a Grey, created a dragon with a spirit called Neptune. Y'all may know as Adam, Amon, or Yahweh. Neptune created another dragon with a spirit called Mars. Y'all may know as Ra, Marduk, Apollo, Enoch, Azazel. Mars then created a spirit called Uranus. Y'all may know as Tiamat or Eve. Neptune, Mars, and Uranus are all dragons with a spirit, which was the first strike because that wasn't supposed to happen. This is what allowed the dragons to become magical, because they can manifest like the image of man. Mars eventually mixed with Earth, creating a half man, half dragon, with a spirit called Saturn. We may know it as Set or Satan. This was the second strike because it wasn't supposed to mix with Earth. Now Saturn went back to Earth, mixed with the fallen angels of man DNA. He was able to do this because technically he's a part of mankind, because he was created from Earth. This was the third strike that started the war in heaven. This caused all the dragons I previously mentioned to all fall in frequency, which created an underworld of negative polarity, which made heaven the positive polarity of this toroidal field that was created. From this point forward, everything comes in physical twins. One is positive, one is negative, on all dimensions. So in Genesis, it says, let's make mankind in our image. They are talking about mixing the image of man with their image of a dragon. Then it goes on saying they were male and female, which is the fallen angels' pure energy split into two, negative and positive. So since they used the fallen angel of man DNA to create humans, all humans became greater than all the serpents and the dragons, and they did not expect that to happen. So the main issue we're having here is, right, if the energy is split into two, they need to be together to be one. Basically, men and women need each other, literally, in order to become one at the maximum potential of output of energy. You see, our bodies are toroidal fields on this level that we're in right now, on a 3D. Also on higher levels like the planetary level and the universal level. To put this in the current perspective, the fallen angels of man is the quote-unquote African Americans in America. This is why we're the only group that has no identity in the whole world. This is why they specifically put liens on our body, because we are prisoners of war. Again, a lien, the aliens. This is why the Matrix designed the world to be against us. This is why we're over-sexualized, to coerce us to reproduce for them. I mean, you literally got countries begging for us to go over there to impregnate their women. This is why. America is ancient Egypt, so we are the original Egyptians they talk about. We have that pure energy of one, meaning we are not divided as much as the original humans. As I mentioned earlier, the original humans are divided into two, male and female, positive and negative energy, the toroidal field. Now here in Genesis, it says the sons of God, who is the fallen angels of man, mated with the daughters of men, as in the original humans. So this created a second generation of angels, giving them a higher standing than the original humans. So the fallen angel of man, the original humans, and the second generation of humans are all melanated. These are the bloodlines that GOV is afraid of because we literally control the reality here because of our high frequency. This is why we're the only people that got hair that grows like this. It's literally burnt. Anything coils or spiral signals energy, literally anything you see in life. That's why we look like the earth. So many things in our bodies and outside our bodies literally point that we are different from most people around the whole world. If you have the fallen angel of man DNA, it makes you a god over all of the underworld, which is the negative polarity entities. Also, you'll be a god with the Elohim, who are positive polarity beings from heaven that actually turned on us during this war because we have a higher standing than them and they wanted us to be replaced by their gods. So this war basically started all off jealousy. So since Satan, who was the first reptilian, was able to interact with humans, him and his kind started to mate with them. And of course, this wasn't consensual. This is what dropped everyone into the black hole that we are in right now. The same black hole sun you and I seen during that eclipse earlier this year. So you got no reason to deny anything that I'm saying right now. Just saying. So the black hole was created because of the mix of the positive and negative energy from two different beings with a spirit. These are all the other races of humans. Y'all may know as the Israelites. They all was created in the black hole that we are in right now and been trapped in for generations. Y'all know all the wars they talk about in history was them killing off melanated people around the world. We were everywhere. Why do you still think there's black Mexicans, Chinese, Asians, Filipinos, Australians? Literally everywhere has a quote-unquote black person there. They killed off all the originals and planted their seed. That's why every country seems as though there's a different race there, when really there was never no other races. This is what I meant by them replacing with their gods, because they mixed the DNA of man and giving them a spirit, which is a star. But the only thing is, they can be on the positive or negative side of the polarity, meaning they can be underworldly or heavenly. They are the ones being judged, not the original humans. So the thing is, they have to preserve America because they know the fallen angel of man DNA is specifically here, meaning most of energy. That's why everyone follows America. But nothing is even made here. And we got that fake money that's backed by us. Think about it. We are the jewels, the real jewels of the earth. Like I told y'all before, our energy is the real currency. They know if we die out, the whole universe dies out, including them. What do y'all think the Georgia Guidestones was talking about? So I'm going to show the difference of a male and a female brain and why the female is more connected to the underworld and why the male is more connected to heaven. And this is an energy thing the toroidal field set up. So the female's negative energy is connected on a planetary level towards the underworld. They have a larger lizard brain, which is survival mode, and a larger mammal brain, which is the emotions. This is why they specifically target women to manipulate, because most likely only a woman can manipulate a man. No other being in this universe could. This is the Adam and Eve story about the apple. So men has a larger human brain, thoughts, imagination, consciousness, logic, basically the voice of God. This is how we're able to keep the peace. So society using the knowledge of our brain against us. They've been manipulating our emotions, which is our uncontrolled energy. Melanated people have stronger vessels. They produce the highest and the lowest output of energy compared to everybody else, while most is capped on either end because of their DNA. So we produce more energy, hence the reason why they target us in every aspect. The same energy they're draining from us can be the same energy we can use to destroy them. If we all knew the truth as a collective, that we're supposed to be together as one and find other ones and combine our energy as a collective, we literally need each other. This will allow us to manifest everything because we are reality. Our third eyes is creating this whole reality for all of us. They're just manipulating it. So this is beyond just us. We're in a spiritual battle to save the image of man and mankind. We have to stay together to reclaim our position in the universe, to be the gods and goddesses we were born to be. Anyways, y'all know how to keep it. Y'all be gods. Hey.